Hey, today I'm again going to walk myself through one of my Python projects called Probability Calculator. So this is actually part of a scientific computing course from freeCodeCamp, and I built this project to estimate the chance of getting certain color bones when drawing from a hat using simulations instead of math formulas. So let's go step by step through the code. So first, I import two built-in modules, copy and random. I'll explain why in a minute. And so this is the beginning of the class head. So it lets me create a head with different color bones. For example, if I write head red equals to 2, um, oh, and blue equals to 3, for example, this code will store a list like red, red, blue, 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 and I use asterisk, double asterisk balls to let the function accept any number of the color arguments. Okay, maybe I have to make out some comment here to explain it, for example. So for example, if I write hat red equals to 2, red equals to blue equals to 3, equals 3, equals 3. Then this code will store a list like red, red, blue. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so if you have this instance, then we're going to have a list with the exact counts for each specific color. So here red, we have two reds, red, red, and three blues, blue, blue, blue. Okay, so this is what's um the class will have. Okay, so I use the double asterisk, as mentioned, I use double asterisk bones to let the function accept any number of color arguments. Okay, and this method is called draw, and it lets me randomly pick some bones from the head here. Already we have already provided it for the class head. And if I ask for more balls than the head has, it just gives me all of them and clears the head. I used a random I used random sample function to pick without replacement, and then I remove those balls from the list. So it's like pulling real balls from real head. Once you pull them, they're gone. And then now here's the main function experiment. This is where I run the simulation. I tell how many bones to draw. Uh, so here I tell how many bones to draw and what result I expect, and how many times to repeat the experiment. hmm So inside the loop, I make a deep copy of the head. This is super important. It means I'm not changing the original head. So the success here is actually the temper is the counting variable, which is super important and later used to calculate probability. So here you can see here, yeah, success is divided by known experiments. Next, I count how many how many times each color shows up in the draw. So if I draw, for example, like red, if I draw a list of red, blue, red, this dictionary becomes um, two red, red, two, comma, blue, one. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, maybe I have to again write an example. So if I draw red, blue, yeah, then we're going to have a dictionary. Yes, that's it. Oh, oh. Yep. So if this is actually red, blue, red, then we're going to have two red and one blue. And this is the functionality of this loop. Okay. Next, for this block here, I check if the drawn bones match what I expected. For example, if I want, like before, two red and one green, and I check if the draw has at least that much. If it doesn't, I set match equals false. So here you can see why I need a match variable. So here, if match is true, then the success will be incremented by one. And at the end, the return success rate, which is estimated probability. Okay. Okay. So now let's uncomment some tests that are wrote to check if the project works correctly. Okay, let's save it and run. So, yeah. Okay, here for test one, as you guys see, this prints out a list of bonds created. I can confirm the head was built correctly. And as for test two, this checks if drawing three balls works and the head size goes down after drawing. So as for test three, this tests if drawing more balls than um, available just gives me all of them and empties the head. Okay, so as you can hear, is the result. So this block runs the experiment 100 times, yeah, and shows me how often I get at least two red balls in a four-ball draw, yeah. And the next one, and draw zero means I expect an empty result, just as test for edge cases, yeah. And test number six tests an impossible case. You can't draw two blue balls um when there's only one. Probability should be zero. And finally, this is a very easy case, drawing at least one red when there are five reds in the head. The result should be very close to one. All right, that's the full walkthrough of my probability calculator project. This was a great way to learn OOP programming. I'm sorry, OOP simulations and random behavior in Python. And if you're working on this yourself, hope this helped. You can find the full code in the description below. Thanks for your attention and see you in the next video.